What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Crypto Crow. It is Tuesday, and we're going to have some fun for the next 30 days. Now, I've obviously been waiting quite a while to really dive into CrowTrader. What it does, I like to say it's so easy, your grandma can do it. And so in this video, we're going to kind of show some of this stuff. And we're going to have a contest. This is going to be a $500 cash prize contest paid in Bitcoin over at the end of 30 days. And what this contest is going to be about is you finding and sharing your most powerful strategies. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, how to comply with the contest rules, and what I want to see happen. Basically, you're going to export and share your strategy configurations right in the comments of this video. That way, everyone else can try them, use them, and give you in your comment a upvote like if it's performing well for them in this current market. And the one with the most comments and likes is going to win the $500 Bitcoin cash prize. I guess you can't really call it cash if it's Bitcoin, can you? So you could win. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to address a couple things. I've turned off all my stuff. This is just for example purposes. I'm just going to be showing you how things are done for those of you that are new. For those of you that are not yet proud owners of CrowTrader, you are going to be able to purchase CrowTrader right now over the next 30 days with a promo code. Now, the last promo code I said I wasn't going to do one for a while, but I thought, you know what? This is going to be a really good way to get the community active and sharing their strategies and getting the credit they so rightly deserved within the CrowTrader and the public community. So, in the name of this contest and in the name of getting more people using this bot and joining in, using their expertise and back testing and finding really cool strategies that work well, promo code 30 spelled THIRTYA. Okay, because it's going to be the second one. 30A, and that'll get you 30% off. Now, for those of you that are going out and you're getting the CrowTrader bot, you're putting in the coupon code, and you're like, but it doesn't work. It doesn't change the price. It will. You just have to complete the checkout process. The price will go down at the very end. I see this all over the place. The promo code doesn't work. It works. Just doesn't work the way you're used to seeing it. Put in the promo code, apply it, go through the rest of the checkout process, and at the end, you'll see that the price of the bot is much cheaper. The bot is typically 0.05 Bitcoin. 30% off of that makes the bot a lot cheaper. So this is going to be able to put this bot in the hands of a lot of new people. And so moving forward, let's have some fun. Now, the first thing that I'm going to show is this tab here. Now, for those of you that you're like, but I don't even know how to set up the bot. Check the little icon thing at the top. That's going to take you to the how to set up CrowTrader video. Now, that is a video, or well, there's one here, but you're not going to have this. Yeah, you would. You would have access to this just downloading it, I think. No, you wouldn't, because you'd have to set it all up first. But anyway, there's another one here. But this is what the video looks like. How to set up CrowTrader on CoinBase Pro using the API. This is for CoinBase Pro. It's pretty much the same thing for Binance. It's very simple. You're going into your settings, you're pulling down the API, you're plugging it into the bot, and away you go. You just want to make sure that you're not setting up the API for withdrawal, because you're not withdrawing anything, you're just trading. But that is all explained in the how to set up CrowTrader. You're going to see other videos in here. CrowTrader ping pong strategy, CrowTrader Bollinger Band strategy. I'm going to be adding one on double EMA gainer strategy. I'm going to continue to add how-to, excuse me. I'm going to continue adding videos to this section as we move forward and as I've back tested and experimented more, as well as after this contest. We're going to see a lot more because I'm going to learn some cool stuff from some of you guys out there and gals who are using the bot, finding new strategies and sharing those with the community. Your settings tab, I'm not going to go into because it's somewhat revealing. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at back testing. Now, When you're trying to back test a strategy, you have several different options. You have Bollinger Band, you have Crow's EMA Sniper, Crow's Ichimoku, Double EMA Gainer, and Happy Trails. Okay, these are the 6 SMA trifecta. So these are the 6 strategies that you can use to start creating your trades. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into Double EMA Gainer. And then you're presented with this. This is where you're setting up all of the details for the strategy. It's very simple. Now, what I could do is I could say, okay, well, what exchange pair do I want? I mean, we could pick one at random. I don't know how it'll perform, but we'll pick one at random. We're going to use market orders, starting capital. Let's just say 0.4. And we're going to do a fixed amount, buy amount. So this is how much Bitcoin am I wanting to spend on each order. So I'm going to say 0.05, which is going to be 9,074 Ardor tokens every time I do a trade. Do a market, slippage and fees. This is on Binance. I'm doing my testing on Binance. It's definitely much faster. It's easier to use this bot on Binance. I will say that. And then time period. You've got anywhere from a 1 minute to a 1 day candle. Okay. Typically, when I'm running Double EMA Gainer, I'm going to try it out on a 15-minute candle first. I'm going to run this. We can run this back test. We'll do it over 14 days. Now, these are all standard. This is all stock settings right now. I'm going to take out my stop loss because I just don't like using them. As a newcomer, maybe you want to use them because if the price drops or there's too much of a spread, you want to go ahead and take the loss so that you can start using that capital for better trades moving forward. I understand. I'm going to leave this at base settings. I'm going to leave everything else the way it is and see if we find profitable trades over the last 14 days. Okay, so our back testing is completed, and just using the standard, just the base settings, EMA fast is 7, EMA slow 25, cross direction up. We're looking for 1% gains on trades. That's pretty much it. So the chart here is basically showing you where you entered and where you exit. Okay, so we entered here, you exited here, entered here, exited here, so forth and so on, all over the place. And then these are the trades. This one, it's in a trade right now, waiting for an exit. So that's basically what that's saying. And these are the percentage of gains that we would have had we were running this strategy at base settings, mind you, over the past couple weeks. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, that's not too bad. So then what I can do, settings options. Let's go to settings options. I can load settings, save these settings, or I can share the settings. This is what you're going to do for this contest. If you're running a strategy, this is how you're going to share it. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say share settings. I'm going to copy this to clipboard, and then I want you to basically post this setting into the comments, and I want it to show me, I want it to say what candle over what time frame and what percentage gain overall. Okay, and that's it. All right, so once I've completed this back test, then I can basically start paper trade. Okay, now sometimes when you're paper trading, just so you know, your starting capital in your paper trade account ends up negative, so you have to go into settings and you reset it. There's a little recycle icon. You just click that and it resets everything. Okay, so once we're in here, we're going to start paper trade, and then we're going to confirm that the settings are the way we want them. Okay, the majority of the time they're the exact same thing as you set up in back testing, and then I'm going to create, and that's it. And then this pair gets added to my live trading. Okay, which you can see right here, and it's on now. From there, I can watch and I can see what trades are being made anytime I look at it. All right. So that's important because from here, this is basically like live trading, but not really. It's not using any of your real capital. It's all on paper only. Okay. This is basically this is supposed to show you what your trades are going to be like if you were actually live trading on the exchange. Okay. Now, sometimes the paper trading and the back testing, they're not always 100% exactly the same as they would be live trading. Okay, there are still different little variables associated with that can make things a little different here and there. But generally speaking, it's pretty close, and you can get a really good idea. So from there, let's say I really like this. I want to see what it's doing. I want to turn this off. I can go in, I can check my strategy. I can see the trades. I can see everything. I can go in, I can edit it if I want. I can basically do whatever. Okay. And then from here, I just say, I want to live trade. Let's say I'm doing data. Okay. So I want to, because you can't see this behind me. So I want to just live trade. So then I'm going to confirm this is my actual available capital. So now we're going into the real use of what capital I have available. This is my buy amount. So how much I'm actually trading with. I was just messing around with data. I didn't use very much. And then this is I want this on market. And let's just change this to 0.005. Market, 15-minute candles, SMA time frame. This isn't even, I don't even know what the heck I was doing here. Obviously an experiment. RSI, I don't really trade with RSI, but you can. This is all part of like figuring out those really good strategies. Trailing buy, trailing sell. Trailing is basically like, let's say I reach a point where the price action is moving up and I'm at profit, but I set my bot to exit a position at 1% profit, but I think the price is going to continue moving up a bit. So what'll happen is this will take like 0.1% and it will follow it up. And then as soon as the price dips down again from there, then it'll exit. That's what trailing is all about. It works, but I don't know if it's 100% yet. But experiment with it. Find out. Does it help you? Are you noticing more significant trades or not? And then you just click create, and then that'll go over into your live trading. So this is my live trading window. Everything's turned off right now. In the live trading window and all of these, you can basically see if your base pair is Binance token, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pax, Tron, TUSD or USDT, or even XRP. You can use these as your base pairs. So you're trading against USD Tether, you're trading against Tron or Bitcoin. Ultimately, the goal being you want to accumulate more of the base pair. So you're using the volatility of these other tokens to do that. Okay. And what happens is when, depending on the strategy you're choosing, you know, the variables within that strategy are going to dictate when the bot exits and enters. And so sometimes you'll see like you've got a pair and it's down a lot. So what happens here is if you're trading against Bitcoin, for example, and Bitcoin goes on a tear, okay, let's say Bitcoin goes up $500 in an afternoon, but your trading pair doesn't, then there's a discrepancy there. There's a window. So now you're holding a bag for whatever that pair is, whether it's Link or Beam or Aeon or whatever it is, okay? So what I also typically propose is only trade cryptocurrencies that you don't mind holding a bag for. Because what we always see is we see Bitcoin shoot up, creates a bag of the altcoin you're trading with, and then that altcoin will rise up. Sometimes it will get a pump. Then there's that crossover that's typically at profit, okay? one of the features that I'm really trying to push for with CrowTrader right now with a developer is a DCA option, whether that's a manual DCA or a tiered automatic DCA. DCA is dollar cost averaging. So let's say I bought something at $1 against Bitcoin. Bitcoin rises up and its value is now $1.50, but the altcoin isn't. So what I want to do is I'm going to basically be at a 50-cent loss. So I have to average down my position so that I'm able to get out of that position at profit much sooner than waiting for the entire thing. So that's something that it better be coming. Let me just say that. Yeah, so I'm working on that. Now, this is the signals. This is basically going to be, this is in the works right now. These are for trading view signals. So if you want the bot to automatically trade indication signals within your trading view account. So let's say you're using Market Cipher. Let's say you're using Market God or something like that. And you just want to basically buy and sell on pivot points or whatever. You'll be able to do that. That's not in the bot yet, but that's definitely coming. Now, this is the dashboard. This is showing my live trading balance, okay? Now, you're going to notice that if you're trading BNB token or Binance token on Binance, you're going to accumulate a whole bunch of random tokens, okay? That's just the nature of how BNB token works. So you're going to accumulate a lot of that stuff. This is your paper trading, okay? So this is basically showing where you're at in paper trades. I've got 2 paper trades going right now. They're currently at, small profit, 0.81. This one will probably exit its trade soon. This is 0.17. So there's that. Now, this is another facet to what you can do with the bot. So let's say, there we go. Okay, so basically I am trading against Bitcoin, all right? Not really trading against Bitcoin, but I want to accumulate more Bitcoin. So that's my base pair. And now these are all of the other trading pairs that you can trade with the bot on Binance. And what it does is it shows you how that coin or token or whatever is performing against Bitcoin. So like CHZ is performing, it shows you the little chart here. XVG, it's been on a pretty steady incline against Bitcoin. ADA kind of comes up, goes down. You can kind of get an idea as to how it's performing. SC, that's performing pretty well. So then I can go right in here. Let's just do the top one. I can click this. And then I can select a strategy that I want to start back testing with that. So once I've looked at, and we're working on adding some additional information in here. I want to add a volatility API to these tokens so that we can see what are the most volatile tokens on the market right now against Bitcoin. Which volatility being which ones are shooting up, shooting down, shooting up, shooting down, because those are the easiest to trade on a bot. So, Ethereum against Bitcoin, I want to open up a strategy. I can just open it up right here. Double EMA gainer. Boom. It takes me right to my back testing. I can change the settings any way I want them and then start. And then I just hit run. Okay. So that's how simple this is. Quite frankly, in my opinion, this bot has been designed to be so easy to use that just about anybody can do it. You can find profitable strategies with just the base settings, okay? And then you can back test something, and then you can fine tune it. So what did I do before? Ardor. I will say though, if Bitcoin is going on a tear, I typically focus on USD tether pairs instead, because there's no telling how long I'll be left in that bag. And that's another one of the reasons why I typically like to focus on trading tokens that I really like fundamentally, because it has a much better chance of going up on its own rather than a forceful pump from some pump and dump group. So I typically like to trade stuff that I genuinely like and I don't mind holding a bag for. But let's say, where am I? Ardor BTC. Okay. I did a market order, starting capital of 4.4. Fixed amount 0.05 of my capital. market, slippage, and fees, because the fees are already calculated into the bot. You don't have to add additional fees. 15-minute, we'll go 14 days. We're going to leave this. Okay. So, oh, that's sniper. I don't want sniper. Double EMA gainer. There we go. I'm like, why is that different? All right. So I'm going to run this strategy. It's on a 7 fast time frame, a 25 slow. I'm going to run this strategy. I think there were like 8 or 9 trades over the period of time. Okay, so we can see here, we got one trade in there. It's at 2.66%, which is right behind my head. You can't see it. There we go. 2.66% on that trade. Let's see if I run a 424 and see what happens here. I don't know if we're going to improve our performance or not, but let's give it a shot. All right. So, yeah, changing those. It looks like we got some more trades. I already have this pair running in a paper trade. Okay, so it's basically telling me to buzz off. It looks like we got more trades, but we missed out on some of the bigger ones. So it looks like those trades were just broken up. So, but that's how you backtest, and that's how you experiment, and that's how you discover what would happen if I put in a 0.1 trailing buy. Let's just kind of get an idea. I'm adding 0.1 on a trailing buy, trailing sell. Does it lower the number of trades I have, or does it give me, but maybe increase the performance of those trades? Maybe I'm making higher percentages on those trades, or does it just crush the strategy overall? An initial trade. So yeah, look, we got one less trade, but they're much bigger. So here you see this trade was 3.71%. We got this 2.37% trade. So adding a little adding a little bit of a trailing buy and trailing sell can help your strategy. All right, so that's basically showing you that strategy. I want you guys to experiment with all of these. SMA Trifecta, Happy Trails, Ichimoku Cloud, EMA Sniper. I want to know who can come up with the most powerful strategy on the most powerful pair. The world is your oyster. Show us what you got. Make sure when you find some profitable strategies that are giving you good solid gains, you're paper trading them. And I want to see some live trading results as well. But once you've got these strategies, you go in, you export those strategies, you post them in the comments, let us know the details of that strategy so that other people can use them and confirm that they're profitable. And then whoever has the most likes and supportive comments on that strategy at the end of 30 days, starting today, 6/16/2020, you're going to win $500 in Bitcoin on 7/16/2020 once I've tallied everything up. Might be 7/17/2020 to give me a day to go through it all. But on that note, guys, that's it. That's basically a crash course in using the bot. It's truly so easy. And if you're having any issues, just join the Telegram group. There will be there are so many people in there using the bot, loving it, swapping all kinds of help and support. They'll help you. My developer's always in that chat. He's always working to help support. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Let's see what you got.